All right, boys. Well, second video, just wanted to give more of a breakdown because there are some differences in this chart, but all in all, this looks so freaking identical. So the only difference I'm finding is this spike here on number 3. But before we jump into that, let's take a step back. So the reason this pattern overall starts here is because of this bull flag, this overall downtrend. And of course, what we have is just about, this is January 30th. Yeah, so just about the end of the year to present date. And this is on the right-hand side here. And then on the left-hand side, we have 12/8 to, we'll call it 12/17. So the beginning of December, the same pattern played out. And where we sit right now, the same thing is happening. Now, in both cases, you do have this downtrend, this bull flag, whatever you want to call it, with that spring action at $20.80. Now, it happened literally to the T, $20.80, $20.80. And at this same time, you do have that buying pressure coming in. Same thing. Lots of buys going on. Now, what happens? Well, this is your test at 2080. You have a reaction, which is going to be number 1, which brings you to the top of that channel. Same thing, 1 and 1. Next, you get a push down. That will be 2, but it's not as low. In this case, we did get that double bottom all over here at 22.23 on the most current date. And then what happens next? You start to get the push and the breakout of that bull flag. That is going to be your number 3. And the reason why we broke over this overall trend here, which was back at like $25.40, and the same thing happened here at $23.41, almost similar price action as well. But this clean break over here, this is when GameStop had that insane after hours momentum. And you drive up, but initially just come back down. Of course, we think that was FTD covering. But of course, everyone's going to have their own speculation as to what really happened and what went down. I'm more on the side of FTD covering. So that's why I'm almost not counting this high of a move for number 3. And that's why it is still similar to this exact same price action here. So you get number 3. And then what happens next? You drop. You drop down, not as low as your spring, but still to this bottom end of your channel. And look at that. Almost to the T. Number 4, what happens with 4? You do start that bull flag to the upside. Bull flag to the upside. And on number 5, you break out of this channel slightly before getting rejected at your overall trend area and starting a more corrective-based move. What do you get? You get a push down. I call that A. A is push down. B is reaction. Inside of B, you do get this somewhat of consolidation range. But you get B, and then you start to go into C. So B, you did get an immediate push down. So this action that we saw the past couple days, this could just be that C move extended. So I do believe this action, this drop down, is what we saw on number C because it is below A. Yep, we got that. And then we get that consolidation. So what comes next after this? Well, we know what comes freaking next. Look at this, boys. Look at this shit. Bam. You get this move. This back then was 23.65 to a high of, just call it like $30.73 before you kind of dip down and move up. So what did that look like? Boom. Shot up. If we use the same price target, I mean, it's going to be hard to exactly put a price target on this, but 23, you're at 22.76. So this could bring us back into this $28, $29 range. On the macro picture, I mean, that would look beautiful. That would look like a move up here. And then what happens on this? Kind of get that dip down. And this is more of that like SOS phase where you have that consolidation before you move on into E. But of course, what happened? Well, they just repeated the same thing all over again, bringing us to where we are. So it's just a repeat. We've seen it on the smaller scale. We've seen it on the larger scale. And here we go again. Take 2. Let's see how this time turns out. But even like I was saying on that larger scale picture, that would look like a nice solid move back up into this area. And breaking out of this, I mean, we'll just do some quick charting. Where's my... Just give me 1 second, boys. This trend line here. Call it right there. This is the bottom end of our trading range anyways. I mean, if we want to be absolutely to the T specific and go Wyckoff again, that's the bottom of our trading range. So this move bringing us back, then getting that test before kind of moving into phase D. Damn, that's solid. That is freaking solid, boys. So let's see if this happens tomorrow. Sorry, I moved 4. I'm personally incredibly bullish for this. This does not mean go YOLO some options plays, but nonetheless, guys, this is a picture perfect repeat of the same pattern, same fractal, whatever you want to call it, repeating itself in real time. Let's send it. Let's get it.